Hi everyone! Today I'm listening to a band called Papa Roach, and the song is Last Resort. Well, Papa Roach is an American rock band from Vacaville, California, formed in 1993, and has been described as alternative rock, nu metal, alternative metal, rap metal, hard rock, rap rock, punk rock, pop rock, and rapcore. Sounds like they span some different styles. Papa Roach is considered one of the bands that defined the nu metal sound. Last Resort was released as the album's lead single on March 7, 2000, and reached number 57 on the US Billboard Hot 100 in December 2000. It also topped the Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart for 7 weeks and became a top 10 hit in Austria, Germany, Portugal, and the United Kingdom. So this is a real 2000s era piece of music, isn't it? March 2000, December 2000, real turn of the century. Let's see how it sounds.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a f if I cut my arm bleeding. This is my last resort. Cut my life into pieces. I reach my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a f if I cut my arm bleeding. Do you even care if I die bleeding? Would it be wrong, would it be right? Ever took my life tonight? Chances are that I might. Mutilation out of sight. And I'm contemplating suicide. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
Well, this is intense. And, not just musically, but of course topically as well. It's pretty in your face that this is talking about some pretty dark thoughts and kind of on the edge, it feels like. There's a funny little thing about the music, and I don't know if any of you pick it up. Actually, there's a Bach prelude. Just put the first note up higher rather than down, and you've got Bach. Well, of course, they're just quoting basically the first one, right? And then it's becoming a little motif, which doesn't really change harmonically like Bach does, but it's kind of fun to notice that little element in there. And of course, it's a pretty standard pattern too, so you find it in other music as well. But the first thing that came to mind when I heard it, maybe it's partly because of the style that it's being played in, kind of on the guitar, a straight, edgy style, a little bit reminiscent of what a harpsichord sounds like, that brassy, brash sound. Really cuts through, doesn't it? And, well, speaking of cutting through, it's a good motif for this kind of topic. You know, it really cuts through the noise, and we get to... It grabs our attention, as it should, with a topic like this.
Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I never realized I was spread too thin, till it was too late and I was empty within. Hungry, feeding on chaos and living in sin. Downward spiral, where do I begin? It all started when I lost my mother. No love for myself and no love for another. Searching to find a love upon a higher level. Finding nothing but questions and devils. Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Nothing's alright, nothing is fine. I'm running and I'm crying. I'm crying, I'm crying.
Well, yeah, this is a serious cry, an expression of desperation, and musically, the music is simply there to serve as a vehicle for the lyrics, primarily. There are a few moments where the music steps into something a little bit more than just the raw scream of desperation. For example, I'm running and I'm crying, and whenever that word crying is sung, it's sung in a way that resembles crying, this downward descent, kind of a little bit of text painting, just in a very elementary way. Another one that stuck out to me was this, I can't go on living this way. You know, sometimes it's become kind of common in the past decades. If you want to really emphasize something, I, period, can't, period, go, period. You put a stop at the end of each word rather than at the end of the sentence, and it adds an emphasis and a weight to it. And that line was sung that way, even in an exaggerated manner, because living, there was a period after each syllable rather than after the word, which, you know, when you stop and think about it, it's a cutting, it destroys the word. Living is no longer living. Live-ing. Separated. Kind of plays into this whole topic of suicide that's being discussed here. And so not only is it emphasizing that I can't go on living this way, but that living isn't even living right now. And there's this destruction or this separation, this cutting of the life, of the living. Can I say the livingness? That kind of expresses what I'm saying, although I know it's not a word. And so those were two highlights in the music that stood out to me. Also, I can't go on living this way. First, there was one point where it was whispered, and it sounded dark and sinister and evil, almost like it was some other voice than the one that's crying out. And then at the end, it screamed out. And so again, there's this, it's in a very limited way. We could say that it's at least leaving the door open to the thought that these feelings are, these thoughts are perhaps coming from a part of us that is on the dark side. It's on the, you know, this whisper. Somehow it's not us. It's not the living us. It's the dark part of us. There's something in us that is putting this thought in our mind, and it doesn't really go that way in the music very much, but it leaves a little footprint in that direction if one wanted to explore that possibility. Now, turning to the lyrics, the words here are, as I said, rather very brutal, very much in your face. They also kind of like this, I can't go. They feel like a very modern expression of these thoughts, because this way of just saying it out loud, screaming it out loud, putting it in such black and white or even full color, without any excuses, without any apologies, it's really a modern thing. Suicide didn't used to be talked about like this. And so those elements, they do give it a real 2000s feel, even though it's really the music that marks it as 2000. But still, you wouldn't find it in, well, you certainly wouldn't find it much in the pre-rock era. You wouldn't find this kind of expression of these ideas in the 1900s. 1900, 1800, no. So this is a modern expression of these thoughts. Although, of course, these struggles and, these suicidal thoughts are nothing new. But this is a very modern expression. One other thing that stands out to me in the lyrics is this statement. I wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. Losing my sight, losing my mind. I'm losing the ability to see the real perspective of things. Somehow I've lost my sight. I'm losing my sight. I wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. And then, of course, later on we hear, nothing is all right. Nothing is fine. And so there's this need to be reassured, and at the same time the recognition that, no, I'm not okay. This is not okay. I am in trouble. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the openness of this as it feels very modern. But if you need help, if you feel yourself going this way, then by all means, call out, cry out, say, I need help. I wish somebody would tell me I'm fine. I wish somebody would, help pull me out of this, because I feel that this is not okay, and I can see that this is not okay, and I am not going to be able to keep it up on my own. So in that regard, I feel like this is a very good song on this topic. It is a great musical expression of the desperation and the darkness and the urgency of the situation. At the same time, the lyrics, without getting too philosophical, they bring in certain elements, and their primary message is, I'm asking for help. I recognize that I'm in trouble, and I need someone to help me. And so if you find yourself in that situation, that's what you need to do. You need to find someone to help you. So, a very appropriate piece of music. That was Papa Roach, and my first time listening to Papa Roach. Do all of their songs deal with such dark, heavy topics, or do they do something lighter, more humorous? I don't know, but I respect what they've done with this topic. I do. I appreciate it. So, a good experience with Last Resort. And I'll see you soon.